Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm working on this Toyota RAV4. It's in good shape with the usual issues of dust and dirt, but the biggest issue is that this vehicle has horrible water standing on the windows. This is what the customer wanted taken care of in the worst way. The question of the video I have is, do you get water spotting on your vehicle's windows? The other question is, what do you think caused the water spotting that got this bad? I'll let you know later why I think these ended up the way they did. I'll also let you know at the end of the video why the owner was unfortunately upset with the end result of the detail. I'm jumping right into the cleaning with these tires. I'm going to use some Super Clean diluted 1-to-1 and then some P&S Brake Buster also diluted 1-to-1. These tires had the worst blooming on them that I'd ever seen. Just look at all that brown water running down the side of them the instant I hit them with the Super Clean. In my previous video, I used a quote from a movie from my youth. Actually, it could have been from any of the Ernest movies. The first person to correctly identify it was at David Blaylock 1709. Let's see if anyone can identify the quote from the movie this week. After giving the vehicle a quick rinse and hitting the door jambs, I'm using some P&S Bug Off on the grill and side mirrors to attack the caked on bug guts that are so common here in the summer months. I'll then cover the Bug Off with Adam's Megafoam to give it some extra time to dwell. After using my soft detail brush to hit all the tight areas that my wash mitt won't hit, I'm going to rinse the entire vehicle completely of foam. Now, if I was washing inside, I would have skipped this step, but I don't want that soap to dry and make the water staining even worse. Then I'll give the vehicle a soft contact wash and make sure it is completely rinsed and dried. I'm finishing the exterior with some iron remover and my clay mitt to get all the surface contamination completely removed. The all-weather floor mats in this vehicle weren't too bad, but I'll meticulously clean them so they are left looking new. The interior was in good shape as the owners are an older couple that doesn't drive the car a lot, so I made sure to give it a thorough vacuum and then touch up a few spots with my P&S lineup of cleaning products. The trim just had a light coating of dust, so I used some P&S Express to get it completely clean. Now I'm going to take care of the water staining on these windows. I pulled out the 5-inch Griot's Garage dual action polisher and my Sonax Perfect Finish, and boy did it clean up those spots wonderfully. Earlier I said I'd let you know the source of the owner's water spotting issues. Now the owner's a retiree who likes to keep his vehicle clean, but his water source is his own personal well, and we live in an area with extremely hard water. Well, I said he does a great job of washing the vehicle, but he likes to let it air dry, which is what led the windows to ending up like this. Following the polish, I'll use some Geon Prep panel wipe spray to remove the oils the polish left behind, and those windows look brand new. On the smaller windows, I used the Perfect Finish and a microfiber towel to remove the spots. It was much easier than I thought it would be. I used that same polish on the black trim work and on the chrome, and it removed the water spotting there just as easily. Now after making the windows look like new, these B-pillars look terrible, so I wanted to get the water spotting off of those. So I found I could use the polisher and polish online. They cleaned up just as easily. Now that everything's cleaned, I'm going to restore it and give it some UV protection with 303 Aerospace Protectant. Having put in all that work to clean the paint properly, it deserves some protection as well. I'm using Griot's 3-in-1 ceramic wax. It leaves the paint smooth as silk and protects for up to 6 months. Now I told you at the beginning of the video that the owner was upset when he saw the end result. Well, the owner is a longtime neighbor of mine, so my wife and I dropped the vehicle off when it was done. His wife was outside and she raved about how shiny it looked. But when he pulled up on his tractor and looked, he said, "I don't like it." I got a little nervous, but with a straight face, he said, "Now all the girls are going to be whistling at me when I drive into town." Needless to say, we got a heck of a laugh out of it. Now, during the detail, we had some plans, and it was taking a little longer than expected, and one of my daughters came in and asked when I was going to be done if I couldn't hurry it up. I looked at her and I said, "I'm giving it all I've got. I just can't give any more." This RAV4 looks brand new. Don't forget to follow me on my other social media. I've also linked my nastiest details ever on the left side of the screen. I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Until then, keep it clean.